Have you ever woke up after 70 and felt like walking became a weird, mysterious negotiation between your body and the floor, like gravity is suddenly some mafia boss charging? You extra tax every step and you start thinking quietly inside your head without telling anybody that maybe the real threat in aging is not heart attacks or cancer or blood pressure charts. It is literally the slow, silent way walking starts. Feeling more like stress, like a heavy assignment, like a mental job. And your brain is trying to say, hey mate, this ain't how it used to be, but you also don't want to admit it out loud because American culture raised most of you in the 50s, 60s, and 70s to believe independence is identity. Older people in USA especially carry identity as independence, and that is why in the USA after 70 choosing the right walking aid is not simply a medical equipment choice. This is actually a deep life identity choice. Because mobility is dignity, and dignity is freedom, and freedom is the last frontier you do not want to lose. And trust me, every older adult in America eventually hits this weird moment where they realize they do not want to be babysitted by their kids, or neighbors, or nursing home staff, or strangers, or smartphones telling them where to put their feet. And at this life stage, the right walking aid becomes not only a physical support tool, it becomes a psychological power tool that gives you back control on your own life momentum. So today, mate, I speak direct to my USA folks, especially my people over 70 living in suburbs, small towns, rural areas, big cities, retirement villages, senior condos, nursing facilities, Sunbelt states, cold snowy states, humid Florida, Arizona desert, New York apartments, Midwest widespread drive everywhere land, California where people try to retire with style, Texas where people like saying, I'm still doing things my way. This message is exactly for you because after 70, your walking future will literally determine your emotional future, your social future, your brain health future, your independence future, and your enjoyment future. And most people think choosing a cane or walker is just a whatever boring senior equipment topic, but this is actually a high-stakes longevity decision that can extend your healthy life by 7 to 10 additional independent years because mobility training plus correct walking aid selection equals reduced fall risk, and reduced fall risk equals reduced hospitalization risk, and that equals reduced cognitive decline trigger cascade. You know how many older Americans get dementia triggered? Not because their brain was declining, but because they fell once. Broke hip, ended up bedbound for months, lost mobility confidence, lost muscle mass, lost balance reflexes, became anxious to move, then became isolated physically and socially, and then brain collapsed from disuse and depression cycles. So this topic is not small, buddy. This is life or death for quality of life, and yes, I also use small Australian slang like no dramas and hard yaka, because sometimes serious health, emotional topics need tiny friendly slang buffers so brain stays relaxed and doesn't panic during truth exposure. So now let's go next level. After age 70, your nervous system calibration is different than 65, 60, or 50-year-olds. Your sensory motor input is reduced in your feet, especially if you had diabetes, neuropathy, long-sitting lifestyle, knee replacements, hip arthritis, spinal stenosis, chronic back pain, weak glutes, tight calves, weak ankle dorsiflexion, dehydration, poor vestibular function, and age-related proprioception decline. So selecting a walking aid must be based on strategy, not shame, not, I don't want people to think I look old. Because mate, let me tell you something very important. The fastest way to look old in America is actually falling in public, not using a walking aid. The cane doesn't make you look old. Falling makes you look old. So the correct senior wisdom mindset is choosing a tool before disaster, not after disaster. And a lot of American 70-plus men, especially delay walking aids because of ego stubbornness, identity, pride, masculine self-image, old-school stoic emotional model. But this is 2025. Now, and the new real strength is actually the ability to be smart enough to adopt support tools early before risk explodes. So how do you choose the right walking aid? Well, first do personal walking identity classification. Category 1 is, I need minimal support just for occasional stability during long walks, mostly outdoor, mostly uneven sidewalk conditions. Category 2 is, I need consistent stability indoor daily movement, but I can still lift and place a device easily. Category 3 is, I need maximum stability and roll forward support because I fatigue fast and balance coordination declines under multitasking cognitive load. Category 1 fits carbon fiber single point cane with ergonomic grip and shock absorption tip. Category 2 fits quad base cane or two-wheel front walker depending on how much push support you need. Category 3 fits a 4-wheel rollator walker with seat, basket, handbrakes, adjustable height handles, and lightweight frame under 14 lbs ideally. Because older Americans need ultra-light, not hospital old heavy chrome style ones. And here is real secret that no channel explains to USA seniors. Before choosing any device, you must first define your lifestyle walking media environment. Not your physical problem. Meaning choose walking aid based on where you move daily, not based on what diagnosis you have. Environment first, health second. This is how fall prevention science actually works, but nobody teaches it in simple language. Because medicine industry talks in diagnosis code, not in environment pattern. If you live in Florida or Arizona retirees community with dry, flat paved surfaces, your ideal walker is different than someone living in Seattle. Chicago, Ohio, New York freeze-thaw, cracked sidewalks, slippery winter hazard zones. If you live in big house carpets area, your rollator wheel diameter matters. If you travel an RV lifestyle, you need fold flat rollator, narrow gate width friendly. If you shop Costco, Walmart, Trader Joe's weekly, your walking aid must have stable braking for turning radius inside crowded aisles. If you live alone, you need ability to reach kitchen and bathroom without fear. If you live with partner or spouse, you need a device that does not block their walking paths inside house to avoid relationship friction dynamics. If you visit grandkids frequently, you need impact absorption and rapid directional control. If you walk dog daily, you need wrist-neutral grip handle to avoid tendon strain and risk of dog pull imbalance. This is the selection matrix, and this is how golden wisdom after 60 channel will always speak. Real environment, real daily life, real behavioral movement habit psychology. Not boring textbook labels. So mate, here is one more secret big channels won't say because they want to keep content surface level. If you choose the wrong walking aid, your brain learns fear-based walking patterns, and then every step feels dangerous internally, even if you never say it out loud. But if you choose the right walking aid, your brain learns safety dominance patterns, and then every step becomes confidence reinforcement. And that confidence literally preserves brain volume, because confidence and mobility is neuroprotective after 70, according to several longitudinal gerontology studies. So the right walking aid is literally a brain supplement, not a stick. Now, last thing as we close, I want you to understand this truth deeply in your bones, because this is not just inspirational talk or motivational vague concept. It is extremely real. If you select your walking aid proactively at age 70 before crisis, you dramatically reduce the probability that you lose independence between 74-79 age bracket, which is the statistically highest fall-induced hospitalization period for USA seniors. So choosing your walking aid is an investment in freedom, not weakness, and you should not feel shame to choose it early. You should feel pride that you are smart enough to protect your future, because the strongest decision a human can make after 70 is the decision to remain mobile, independent, and socially connected. And if you're watching this right now, mate, and feeling emotional or uncomfortable or mixed feelings, that is normal. Because aging is not just a biology timeline, it is a psychological negotiation between identity and reality, and the winners are the ones who choose support before collapse, not after collapse. So whichever cane or walker or rollator you choose with pride, choose with strategy, choose with fierce protection of your freedom, choose because you want to keep living your life outdoors, not trapped inside, choose because you want to still travel, still shop alone, still take flight trips, still have backyard BBQs, still walk your dog, still go to church, still go to farmers markets, still go to national parks, still go to friends' homes, still surprise yourself with moments of life joy that still exist after 70. Because life is not ending for you. Life is still starting for you in new form. So today, use your walking aid as your new symbol of unstoppable life momentum. Because when we are over 70, mate, walking is not just locomotion. Walking is future.